You're watching E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're going to do a trailer prediction for Godzilla 2. And before I get started, I'm going to wait and delay on beginning a couple of seconds because I want to see if I can debate a comment in the comment section with someone saying, well, that's easy. Everybody's predicting the trailer to come out at Comic-Con. Okay, let's see if that happens. That'll be fantastic. But actually, that's not what I'm predicting. I'm not predicting the release of the trailer because I think we all feel confident that we're going to get a trailer or at least a teaser come this Comic-Con. No, when I say trailer prediction, I want to try and take on the task of predicting what we're actually going to see in the trailer. Now, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to predict what we're not going to see. I do not think we'll see a direct image of Ghidorah. I do think we'll see, I think we'll definitely see Rodan. We'll definitely see Godzilla because with Godzilla, there's no surprise. And even in the Godzilla 2014 trailers, we still managed to get shots of Godzilla. You know, some of them were very silhouette or very, you know, but there were some clear shots, especially that second trailer. We got some pretty clear shots. With this first trailer or teaser, because I'm assuming it's going to be a teaser, I think it's going to be obviously character heavy, okay? Because we don't want to give all the monsters away. I think we'll definitely see destruction, okay? But I don't think we're going to see Ghidorah. I want to say that right off the bat. I don't think we're going to see Ghidorah. That's going to be the big baddie. All right. We already know through testimony from O'Shea Jackson that there's going to be a big showdown with Godzilla and Ghidorah one-on-one, which is something we weren't expecting. So to get that kind of confirmation that we did some time ago, that's very exciting. Very exciting because I have a feeling with all the Godzilla versus Ghidorah showdowns that we've seen over the years, I feel confident that this one is not going to be so one-sided. I have a feeling that Ghidorah is going to put a good hurting on Godzilla in this movie. Because, you know, when you look back to the Toho movies, even though Ghidorah definitely delivered some fear in the hearts and souls of many of the characters in the movie, and even though he was an imposing presence, enough of an imposing presence to face off against 9 or 10 monsters in Destroy All Monsters, when it actually came to fighting, he was kind of gimpy. You know, I mean, that's one of the reasons I always felt that he should have some sort of arms, whether it's arms out of separate from the wings or attached to the wings, something to give him a little bit more mobility. But in this movie, I do not think, whether they give him arms or not, I do not think he is going to be a pushover. I really don't. But with that said, again, I don't think he's going to be in the trailer. I'm not saying he's not going to be in the trailer. I think we'll get hints of him in the trailer. Something I mentioned a long time ago that would be nice. And when I mentioned this in a movie of things I kind of want to see, I don't remember the exact title of the video, but, one of the things I mentioned that I'd like to see in a movie and it was something I'd like to see in the trailer too, if it was something that they were to do, you might see his presence. Not necessarily him. Like you might hear him flying. Maybe they try to recreate or duplicate and enhance his, that little ring that he makes when he's flying around. Some of you, I hope you know what I'm talking about. I don't know exactly what kind of word to give it, but there was something, every time Ghidorah showed up and was flying around, you'd always hear like a little hum, like a little ring of some sort. And that's when you knew he was around. It wasn't necessarily his roar. It was just a little, it's hard to explain, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So, you know, maybe they recreate something like that. And that's something we hear sporadically throughout the trailer to really which would be cool. Like I'm thinking about it now and I'm like, damn, that would be dope because Godzilla fans would know exactly what that means. That means he's up in the air, man. There's terror in the skies, and it's going to rain gravity beams on the city in a short minute. So something like that would be very cool. Maybe a shot of his wings or him flying in the air through the clouds. Very similar to what they did with Godzilla in terms of a silhouette would be very good. That would be very clever tease. But as far as Rodan and Mothra, I think we definitely will see a shot of Rodan. I think so. I think Mothra is 50-50, but I feel very certain that we're not going to get a direct shot of Ghidorah. And if we do, it's going to be very short and it's only going to be of his face or something like that. I think we'll definitely get Godzilla shots. You know, I'm hoping he doesn't look too different. You know, that's something that's been mentioned here and there, but it's not something that's really been discussed. You know, because this, you know, will he have battle scars? What would have happened, you know, from if they decide to move the story forward, which I think they will. In fact, I'm even trying to remember if there was some mention of that. But if they do move the story forward a couple of years, or maybe even 5 or 10 years, you know, would Godzilla have had other encounters that maybe weren't directly seen by the public, but maybe Monarch observed it or something like that? So maybe he looks a little different, a little bit more battle scars, maybe a little bit more worn. He did have a brutal battle with the Mutos and he suffered some damage. So it'll be very interesting to see what Godzilla looks like this time around. Now, there is a slight chance we may not see him either. Directly, or if we do see him, it'll be very small, because if they do make some significant changes, then they're not going to, you know, they might want to just tease him. But I feel confident that they will show him in the trailer, because we already know that secret's out, the cat's out the bag. There's no need to hide that. In terms of other things outside of the monsters, I do think we'll see you know, those 2014 trailers, 2013, I should say, leading into the movie, were very effective because of the imaging, the destruction, the silhouette images of Godzilla. You know, somebody mentioned, I believe there were other monsters that were going to be in the movie outside of those three. I haven't heard any confirmation of that, but if it turns out that something like that happens, you know, we might see those monsters in the trailer. I believe in the movie, there'll probably be cannon fodder. You know, there'll probably be a monster that Godzilla runs into and just happens to crush. Or maybe in the storyline over the years, more Muto have come around and Godzilla always pops up to destroy them. Almost kind of helping humanity, something like that. But I think the trailer, I think it's going to be a short trailer. I think we'll see Godzilla. I don't think we'll see Ghidorah directly. I think we'll see hints, images, silhouettes, audio of him around. I do think we'll see Rodan, because I do feel that you have to show at least one of the new monsters to get people excited. You can't hide them all, you know, because people are going to want to see. You got to give people something to be excited about. And while people will be excited to see Godzilla again, no doubt, I do feel that you have to show one of the three monsters to get people fired up, to let people know, wow, this shit is real and it's coming. And it's Comic-Con, so you have to do that. Now, I could be completely wrong, and they could just go balls to the wall and show all of them. As much as I want to see all of them right now, I would actually, if I was in the director's shoes or production shoes, I would purposely hold back on definitely Ghidorah, and maybe tease Mothra a little bit, but I would at least show Rodan. Rodan is probably, at that point in time, you know, depending on where they are with the CGI, I always felt that Rodan is probably the easiest of the three to create. So I think it would be probably the best bet would be to show him first, because he's probably the one that's going to look the best out of the three. And you know, and they may follow the format of the first movie in terms of trailers. You know, we may not see Ghidorah now, we may not see Mothra now, but come next year, 3 months before the movie comes out, they might start popping them into the TV spots and stuff, because that's what they did with the Muto. You know, we started seeing the Muto later on in trailers and TV spots, and that worked. That was very effective. People were like, oh shit, wow, look at these monsters, it's crazy, now we know what the Muto look like, and it was very exciting. We were all getting fired up. So that's what I think the trailer is going to be. I think it's going to be a very simple trailer showing destruction. I do think we'll see the monsters because in terms of Godzilla, like I said, there's no hiding that now. There's no need to. I do think they have to tease one of the three monsters, and I do think that monster will be Rodan. And yes, in terms of the release of the trailer, I'd be hard pressed to think they won't have something for Comic-Con. The movie comes out next year, so this is the only opportunity they have to showcase it at Comic-Con, because come next year, it's going to be out before the next Comic-Con rolls around. So, but we'll see, guys, man. It's a couple of months away. I'm so excited. I hope we get an opportunity to see it, but you know, I'm not going to get too excited. You know what I mean? You know, until I actually see it, I'm going to try and keep my excitement under wraps, because I don't want to be let down if they decide to only show it to the Comic-Con crowd and not the people outside of Comic-Con. But I feel confident they will, because the last couple of years in Comic-Con, they've been choosing to release trailers because people are going to film it. You just can't defend against that 100%. And rather than have people see a crappy trailer, most companies, not all, because Marvel didn't, but most companies do just end up releasing the trailer outright. But not all of them. You know, we know Marvel didn't do that. Marvel showed the trailer at Comic-Con and they held that shit. Even though parts of it released on the internet, they held it. They were like, yeah, no. I don't care how shitty it looks. People are going to have to wait. So, but anyway, guys, that's it. That's it for this video. Let me know what you think. What do you think we're going to see in the trailer? What are your predictions, if any, in terms of what we might see in the first Godzilla 2 trailer that we are expecting to be released at Comic-Con? And we'll continue on from there. I got another interesting topic I want to talk about, something I saw, and we'll do this on the next video following this one. Was something I heard or saw, or I can't remember if it was an article I read or a video I saw. I remember now. I think it was a film theory by the film theorist, the Matt Pat, and it was very intriguing. His theory was that Monarch created Kong to face off against Godzilla. So we're going to discuss that theory. I thought it was very interesting, and I want to kind of expand on that, and we'll do that in the next audio cast. But until then, guys, this is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching E.T.N. You can follow E.T.N on Facebook, Twitch or Twitter, or join the Nation Facebook page. Don't forget to click that subscribe button on your way out.